Hey guys, it's Mark here with another unboxing. This time it's Cool Mini or Not. Narcos the Board Game. There's your front cover. Let's turn this thing around. It's a big box, so there's the side view. It says right here 2 to 5 players age 18 plus. It takes about 100 minutes in which to play it. Comes with a bunch of miniatures, a board, a bunch of cards, stuff like that. Down here it has a little explanation of what the game's all about, so let's read that. It says, Narcos is a game played over a series of seasons, with one player controlling the wily Patron's criminal enterprise, and the other players taking the role of the unlikely alliance trying to capture him. The Patron player must use trickery, misdirection, and intimidation to manipulate the information on the board to keep Patron himself hidden away, while trying to become El Presidente or complete secret goals toward the ultimate goal of the nation. Meanwhile, the other player, including hunting factions like the stalwart DEA or the cunning Cali cartel, will go to the great lengths to gather clues as to where their target truly is and capture him. As the seasons of Narcos come to a close, Patron will either be looking out over his criminal empire with success and satisfaction, or tragically in defeat from behind bars. Alright, so let's crack this bad boy open and see what we got inside. The tracker. So you're going to write in here where the Patron is hiding, and every time he moves, you got to mark it in place over here again. Got a bunch of these, so you're not going to run out anytime soon. It's pretty cool. Full color rule book. Introduction. Table of contents. Components. Again, everything's in full color as usual. More component page. An overview of what the game's all about, which I just read to you on the back. Basic concepts. I use Patron dashboard, objective cards, Sicario cards, hiding sheets. Basic concepts. Game setup. Gameplay. Some more gameplay. Faction activation. How to attack a Sicario. Place blockades, remove controlled tokens. Range investigation. Type of investigation. And of course, capture Patron. And what happens when he's caught. Second hunter movement and actions. Refreshing the action cards. And end of season. Nicely laid out. Beautiful artwork. Faction special abilities. And a rules summary. Winning conditions and season phases. Alright, cool. Capture Patron, attack a Sicario, destroy the labs, investigation, arrange the type, the region, place blockades and or destroy control tokens. Decks of cards go there. Let's take a look at the other side. All the major players. Limon, Raul Velasco, Blackie, Poison, Roberto Ramos, La Cuica, El Patron, Gustavo Gavala, Carlos El Loco Later, Ricardo Prisco, and Leon. Sorry if I butchered any of the names. Not done intentionally, but it is what it is. Nice. And here's the, I'll say, the Patron dashboard. Let's turn it over. So you got your seasons. 1, 2, 3. Different cards you put up there. Leon. Plata Plomo. You can see why it's an 18+ game with references to drugs, cartels, all those nasty kind of things. So I'll see, so I recommend for kids over the age of 18. Okay, some punch out counters come out cleanly and nicely and go back in just as easily. Okay. Not that many counters, and I like that. I like when a game doesn't have too many counters. I said that in quite a few of my videos. Too many counters, it gets too distracting. Let's take a look at the board. It's a big board. Let's get this thing opened up and take a look at it. So like we said, very, very big board. Get it this way. Let's take a look at what we got here. Some cards go over here, some dollar values. Of course, different regions. Beautifully done board. Like I said, pretty huge overall. So let's see what else is in this box here. Uh-oh, things sliding around a bit. So let's get to those in a second. Some cubes, ladies and gentlemen. No, obviously it's not a sugar cube. It's supposed to be cubes of cocaine. Obviously we're talking about a high-end drug cartel. And what's a cartel without some drugs? And of course, whenever there's drugs and money, blood will be shed. And you got some houses here in red. Red token, let's see what they look like. It's like little houses that go onto your board that are in blood red color. Colored bases, you could snap those on. So when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the different characters you can put bases on. Identify who's who. All right. Your Patron cards. One thing to let you know, I already put them in the little bag, so the bags do not come in the game. Again, the bags do not come in the game. I already put them on them. Take a look. All the artwork on the front is the same. We'll come back to those cards. We'll start with the Patron cards. Flip them over. Obviously on the top it has each one of the characters' names, special things that they do. So it says if Blackie survives the season, add 3 controlled tokens in the region Blackie is in. Okay, Carlos Leder. If Lender survives the season, he sells all Coca Cubes from the region he is in. Prisco. If Prisco survives the season, Patron may choose to keep Prisco on the board. Prisco will score 3 glory points instead of Prisco's regular glory value. So, okay. Then of course we have the different faction cards. We have the DEA, the Policía Nacional de Colombia, the Cali Cartel, Los Pepes, and Objectives. So let's take a look at the DEA first. The 2 characters. You got Javier Peña and Steve Murphy. Policia, Horacio and Trujillo. And Objectives. Let's turn them over and see what they got. Drug Lord Meeting, The Great Escape, Robin Hood, Car Bomb, Hostage, Scout and Patrol, Bribing Politicians, Streets Taken, Coca, Yummy. That's what this one says. When revealed, place 2 lab tokens in any farm location. Every time a Sicario ships a Coca Cube, place the cube here. If this card has 3 Coca Cubes, complete this objective immediately, and you gain $3. Alright, so you got some objectives to the game. That's cool. Let's see what else we got in the box. Ran out of little baggies, so you got some action cards here. So, and again, you have the Policia, should I say? +2. +2. Plata Plomo. Target hunter plays regularly. Patron places 4 controlled tokens. Inactive the target hunter. The DEA. +2. +2. Not quite sure what that means. Of course, Plata Ploma cards. And then, of course, you have your action cards. Good amount of those. One thing I like about this game right off the bat is that there's not that many cards and there's not that many tokens. So you add that together, it should be a pretty fun game where the learning curve is not too steep. And I know for myself from experience is the fact that if you have a wife or children around that you play games with, oftentimes when there's too many rules or there's too many tokens or just too much of cards and everything else like that, people lose interest very, very quickly. They don't want to learn about all the different aspects of the game. They just want to play a game. So when you have a limited amount of cards, there's a limited amount of things you can do as a player. Sometimes that works, especially if you're playing with a family member. If you're playing solo, you can do what you want. But when you're playing with family or playing in a club scenario or anything like that, sometimes less is more, especially when it comes to the rules and when it comes to the amount of cards and all that stuff like that. All right, so again, action, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it looks like that takes care of the cards. And last but not least, of course, with all cool mini or not games, obviously it's right in the name. People are looking forward to the miniatures themselves. 28mm. Very well done. Cool sculptures. Let's take a look at it. Some of them close up. the EA guys. Guy here with a baseball bat, looks like. And some of the Sicarios. Of course, high quality miniatures. That's what you expect when you buy a cool mini or not game. That's the rest. All right. That about wraps it up. Be safe, be well, be blessed, and have a great day. Thanks for joining us.